the finance module, which is the core and backbone of a microfinance company. The finance module has a lot of features. I'm going to go one by one. The first feature is chart of accounts. Now, SAP Business One comes with an Ind AS certified or an IFRS certified chart of account. You can use the default chart of account available, or you can remove the entire chart of account and populate with the chart of account of your requirement. The second feature is fixed asset. Now, SAP Business One comes with a full-fledged fixed asset feature. It has got a fixed asset register. It has got transfer of fixed asset from one location to other location. Not only that, after depreciating over the month end, you can see the depreciated expenses booked in the P&L. So your P&L will be with the depreciated expenses posted. Apart from it, fixed asset sales, re-intake of the fixed assets, moving fixed asset from one state to other state and having it sold in a different state where the GST implications are there, are also other functions which are covered in the fixed asset feature. The next functionality, the third functionality, is budgeting. Budget can be arrived for all the expenses at a GL level and can be consolidated on an annual level and can be distributed if required by half-yearly, quarterly or even monthly. And if there's any expense made beyond the budget earmarked for a GL account, then basically the GL gets locked and goes for an approval. The fourth feature is cost accounting. Now, cost accounting is a very key feature which addresses the prime reporting requirement of the microfinance industry. In cost accounting, every branch is created as a dimension. The cost accounting feature allows us to configure the branches, multiple branches coming together as a cluster, multiple clusters coming together as a state, or multiple states coming together as a region, and so on until we hit the headquarters or HO. Once configured, the cost accounting module helps the microfinance companies to slice and dice and look at their financial reports at various levels. It might be at a branch level, you can get your P&L balance sheet and trial balance. It can be at a region level or a cluster level or even at a HO level. Now, that's a great functionality which helps the microfinance companies to look at their financials at various levels of operation. The fifth functionality is distribution rule, which is something bound to happen if you have the cost accounting configured. So the distribution rule makes sure that any expense made in the company is basically allocated or distributed to a particular cost center. Further to it, you can either have the expense allocated to one single cost center, or if it has to be divided and allocated and distributed to multiple cost centers, even that can be done. If there's a predetermined distribution structure available, the system can always remember it. If it is to be determined on a case-to-case basis, then that is also possible. But distribution rule is a must if the cost accounting methodology is adopted in SAP Business One for microfinance industry. The next functionality is one of my favorites, is the cash flow functionality. Now, when I say cash flow, we're talking about a projected cash flow. The system helps you understand from various incoming payment and outgoing payment, what would be your cash position, either weekly or fortnightly or monthly. Will it be a deficit or a surplus? Now, this functionality basically helps the company to understand what are the expenses which needs to be postponed or advanced, and when an investment should be made, when it should be stalled, and so on. Another key functionality, which is an optional feature in SAP Business One, is intercompany financial transaction. Now, if a microfinance company has multiple legal entities, then this intercompany financial module basically has the capability of consolidating the GLs across the multiple legal entities to a virtual company GL. So the way this happens is each company's chart of account is basically mapped to the virtual company's chart of account, and once the system is instructed to consolidate, the virtual company's chart of account basically pulls information from all the chart of accounts of different companies at a consolidated virtual company level. So if this is a requirement, there's always an option available in SAP Business One. Apart from these functionalities, regular reporting and dashboards like profit and loss statement, balance sheet, trial balance, all are something which is part of the standard finance module.